views and opinions expressed on the show are strictly those of the host and guests and do not reflect the opinions of LAP Productions and its affiliates. No topic off limits. No food challenge off limits. Join these three friends making Tuesday funny again. Find them on LAP Productions YouTube channel and Facebook page, and be sure to check out the live chat.
I don't think you need to put a billboard on yourself. Unless you got the hurt. I mean, if you got it, man, let people know so they don't come around.
That's right. Does that have an Earl come on? What do we...
See, my days are all jacked up. Yesterday...
Are we on air? Is it Tuesday? Are we making Tuesday funny?
Good evening, everybody, on this wonderful Tuesday night. We're back. Jason's here, Joe's here, and God knows my big mouth is here. What's up, bitches?
What's up? What's up?
We're going to revive that from the 80s, wasn't it?
Hell yeah. Little Budweiser. What's up?
I think I can put up with that one better than Dilly Dilly.
Right. I'm going to do my best Joe imitation tonight. Are you ready? I got a little candy.
Do a little snacking.
A little
What's
candy.
going on, Michelle? How are you? Hello, Mama D. What's
Right.
going on, ladies?
I got
Hope
candy.
everybody's having a good Tuesday, man. Joe, how are you today? You feeling better?
What do you mean?
Are you feeling better? You've been sicker than shit the
Oh.
last years, months, weeks, days.
Oh, you know what? I feel better. I still got the congestion and shit, but no,
You
I'm
look
good.
better. You look better.
Fuck yeah, I do.
He always looks good.
No, I do feel a lot better than I've felt the past few weeks.
Well, you sounded too.
Yeah.
Last few weeks, like, oh no.
Dude, it kicked my ass. I don't know what it was, but it kicked my ass.
Well, you know what it wasn't. Didn't you go get your nose face drilled? Didn't you go get that drilling going so you get tested and all that
Fuck
shit?
no.
Oh, attaboy. Attaboy. I skipped it so far too.
I'm not going to give the pricks the satisfaction.
Well, come here.
Huh.
Oh, that kind of prick. Jason, how you doing, bub?
I'm doing all right, man.
You look a little cheery this evening.
I am cheery.
You get them eyes, get that little look, and like I'm just kind of chilled out. Oh shit! No, what's that golden amber color liquid going to? It's apple juice.
What is that, a wine cooler?
Hi, Tess. How's it going?
We are not sponsored by
Oh, Modelo.
Corona's
Hello
competition.
Especial. That's right. Ain't no Corona here.
Yeah, we moving on
Funny.
up.
Funny fact, though, it was in the fridge, dude. I haven't bought beer in fuck God knows how long. It was in the fridge. Talk about Corona, though. I went and talked to my doctor today. Talked to my doctor today. Told him, about my sugars since I was sick in September. And he asked me, what I had and told him, all the symptoms and told him that I kind of messed with my sugars a little bit. And he was like, so you went and got tested? I said, yeah, I tested twice, negative. He was like, nah, you had it. He was talking like 70% of the testing and all this stuff. And when we do it, we do it in the nose. He asked nose or mouth. And he was like, there was nothing else. There was nothing else going on early September. There wasn't anything. There wasn't any viruses. There wasn't any things that would have caused me to have all of those symptoms except for the breathing. For me to have that. He's like, no. So I got to go back in a month. He's going to do some other blood work on me, and he's going to do the antibody test and all that shit. But he's like, nah, I'm pretty sure that you had it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that just shows you he wasn't too convinced on the whole testing and all that shit. And he's an old style doctor. He's old school. So
That's enough. See, that kind of makes me wonder if I had it last year.
you probably did. What's up?
I'd say you guys all had it. Of course, I didn't have it.
I wish I could get it more often. Wait, we're Are we
this is
talking about
back to
Corona?
Corona. Yeah, this is back to Corona. Back to Corona.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Not Sharona. It's Corona.
He said he heard. I
Man.
think I had it. I don't think I've ever had it yet. I probably won't get it. I'm one of those bastards. I don't want to get anything. I'm
telling you right now, it's one of those things where you don't have to guess if you have it. It's a son of a bitch, man. That's for sure.
It's kind of like the actual flu. People always say they got to touch the flu. Fucker, if you ever actually had the flu, you'll know if you've had a touch of it. I think no such thing as a touch of it. You're either all in or all out with that shit.
Right. Yeah.
What's up, Candace? How you doing?
So,
Candace, what have you been missing? Jason and Joe are actually feeling better, and I'm not looking any better. I've got to do something about this damn beard, man. It's starting to look like, I don't know, this big puffy shit. Look at that. Look at that shit.
You almost look Amish.
I'm going to trim this son of a bitch, man. It's getting out of hand. That didn't show an awful lot of white. I like to say gray, but
yeah. See?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You should
Get an antibody test.
The boss is listening. I got to be nice tonight.
Since when? Oh, now you ain't gonna have to say the shit you said about her nails last week, bitch.
What I said last week, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, let me go back and see if I can find it and play it.
Well, she'll go find it now.
You didn't say nothing bad. That's just it. Platinum.
Anything good either? What'd she say? Go get the antibody. No, it's all right. I'm good.
Just blood work, brother.
I don't like needles.
Yeah, me neither.
I know. I got tattoos, piercings. I don't know. That's different.
It is for sure.
You know what? I'll go get the antibody test as soon as my wife goes and gets tested for the damn Rona.
Let's see. What is that?
Because she's got that shit lurking all around her work.
Candace, behave, boys. It ain't gonna happen.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Not tonight. I'm drinking apple juice.
Mexican apple juice.
I got Dr. Pepper.
You know what I got. It's the same thing every week.
Herpes.
I got Mountain Dew. No,
Herpes.
he cured that shit. It's on the down low now, Joe.
It's okay, Joe. Keep it up, buddy. I got something queued up just for you, smart ass.
Oh, yeah?
There you go.
Yeah. That's a sexy motherfucker right there.
Joe and his onesie.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I like the shorts. I don't
Yeah.
see anything else, but I like the shorts.
Yeah.
See, I'm with Jenny. No testing for me either. Nah, I got this. I'm all right. But I've not been sick at all. Like you guys got hammered, man. And I feel for you. Don't get me wrong, but I've had nothing like that. I mean, my normal sign says that's about it. But my old man said no decent, respectable German will be found dead living on my body. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Right?
I mean, you gotta say I say I'm healthy, but you also said because I look like shit. Thanks, Dad.
Right?
You get used to it after a while, man. Growing up in my family, there's no being nice. It's always got a backhand on it. Always. Jason used to be that counter.
Right?
So, but it makes it fun though. It keeps me entertained. You believe that, right? See, Candace was up there saying it, or Mama D was saying that Candace is going to be on her show. What night's your show, Mama D? What night's Candace going to be on your show? Aren't you plugging it? Where's the links?
Right? She plugs everybody else's stuff.
No shit.
Come on, plug your stuff.
Gone. Are we talking about COVID? No, we're talking about Corona, the beer. What? That's how it all got started. Jason's drinking Modelo. Corona's competition.
Not sponsored by.
Candace will be on there Sunday. Oh man, remember those big old monster truck rides they always did? Sunday.
Never been to one.
I've never been to one. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember them.
Well, shit. When
Like
Joe
they
walks
still
up,
have them.
when Joe walks up to a regular truck, it's a monster truck.
Right?
So he gets a monster truck rally every day.
Shit, you put some 33s on a truck, and I'm looking up like, whoa.
She was a blonde. She was leaking brain matter before she ever got there.
Right?
There goes all the blondes hating on us now.
No,
Yeah.
Back down to PEL Productions. Yeah, well. Thursday nights, Joe. Sound good?
Yep.
I promise I try not to be as cantankerous as I was last week. There's no guarantees. Because there's some shit that pissed me off this week. Trust me.
Oh.
In fact, it just happened today. So
you want to talk about things that piss you off? Here's one that
that's
pissed
what
me
the
off.
show's about.
Here's one that pissed me off today. And I could have actually gotten arrested had I continued down the path that my brain was saying for me to go. I probably would have had an issue. But I backed myself off. So
you
after the
yourself?
I backed myself. Yeah,
okay.
backed.
Whatever.
Checked.
So after my wonderful doctor's appointment, I decided to sit down and have some eggs and some breakfast. I went to the local spot, Jay, that we go all the time when you guys are in, and we go out to breakfast right up the street here. It's a nice little mom and pop owned. It's a little family sit down breakfast lunch place. Very quiet. Usually when Bob Evans is full, this place is hopping. That's just the kind of place that it is. Go in, sit down, get a cup of coffee, and all I can hear 3 tables behind me is these, I don't know, 22, 23, 24-year-old kids talking. And every other word out of their mouth is fuck. And they're not talking just at their table. They are talking loud enough so that everybody in this restaurant can hear what they're saying. And they just think it's funnier than hell. This fucking man, that fucking thing. And then I played this Big Booty Ho song on this thing, and I got out of the showers. Big Booty Ho, Big Booty. Just being obnoxious as hell. And you can see all these older people in there trying to just have a nice breakfast, like almost choking on their food. Like, oh my God, what are these people doing? And it's just, for about 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm about 10 seconds away, man, from pushing the chair back and saying something to these kids. Well, they get up and they pay their bill and they get up and leave. And the whole time they're walking out, still chirp, chirp, chirp. And finally, an older couple sitting there was basically like, you've got a really nasty mouth. And this kid just was like, I'm free country, and I'm sorry I upset your breakfast. And even more people were like, you got to be mature to come out with the adults and have breakfast. Why don't you grow up a little bit? And but everybody was so sick and tired of these kids. And these kids turned it around and was like, how dare you say something to me about the way I'm talking in public? And it's just, I sat there and thought about it. And I'm like, 20 years ago, let's say we were all out at breakfast talking like that, we'd have got snatched off that fucking chair and beat half to death by some old grown people in there. But nowadays it's just like, you can't really say anything. And if you do say anything, then they just turn it around and it's like, woe is me. Like, I'm allowed to say whatever the hell I want. This is a free damn country. And if I want to stand in here and cuss for 10 minutes, seriously.
But see, right there, I agree with you 1,000%. But what people don't forget is the other portion of that thing. It is a free country. I have the rights to do this, I have the rights to that. Your rights end when you infringe on somebody else's rights, first off. Second off, you have the right to be any way you want to, and you have the freedom to talk any way you want to, but you are not free of the consequences of your actions. They forget that part, that you will be held accountable and have consequences for your actions. You're free to do as you choose to.
It's my right to smack you in your mouth, too.
Exactly. There is consequences for your fucking actions, and you have the right to be held accountable and held responsible for those decisions.
Right.
That's the part they don't want to answer for. They never want to answer for that part.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't play into their
narrative. Little modern day, I'm a tough guy because I talk.
I'm entitled.
Yeah,
now,
dude. I see it every day from ages from 25 to 85, every day, and it's. I don't know.
you can't blame it on the upbringing. Because like I said, it's too various of the age range.
But I can't say a whole lot. My language is quite atrocious. But
you fucking talk like a douche.
But I'm very docile when you try to when people's in public and things like that. I really do.
Well, yeah.
What I'm saying. I try to be respectful on the shows. I try to be respectful when we're out like that. But when we're in a more set environment where I'm away from the public, I have terrible language. I'm not going to deny that. But I also know that I'm going to be held accountable for that. And if somebody says it offends them, I'm going to apologize.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do my best not to use any language. But we were raised that way. We were raised with respect and dignity. And I know these kids probably were too. Problem with it is they're at that age bracket where they think, well, I'm free to do what I want to. Mom and dad can't say a word. Ask my son about that. He's 21 years old. Somebody called me up and said he was being rude and very vulgar in a restaurant. And some elderly couple questioned him about it, and he got shitty with him. I'm just going to get a black eye. He's 21 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to whip him anymore. I just kick his ass.
Right.
You want to talk like a man and act like a man? You can take like a man. That's just the way it's got to be.
And that's the difference. I mean, you can ask my wife. She's in here right now listening. The things I say sitting on my couch in my living room, I would never say out in public, or at least not in a loud tone. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say that to where other people could hear me.
I agree. Yeah, Don said they might not get or want to understand to take the responsibility of their choices. They don't have to nowadays. That's the problem. We've gotten completely away from holding people accountable. I don't care where you go. I really don't. I don't give a crap where you go in the world anymore. 98% of people aren't held accountable for things. And then they keep progressing because they think they're not held accountable. And next thing you know, they got to visit people that's called policemen. But as soon as the policemen breaking down with the laws with them and they try to arrest them for things, then all of a sudden they're being harassed. They're being picked on. They're being bullied. The police are on this crap. And it's always someone else's fault. When I was a kid, I got bad grades. They didn't blame the teacher. They blamed me for being an asshat.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the thing is to blame the teacher. They're a bad teacher. My kid's not dumb. They're a bad teacher. It's not my kid's fault. It's always someone else's fault. It's always about pointing the blame. And people are not taught nowadays to be held accountable. That's one of our biggest problems in our society right now. We flipped that role real quick and started holding people accountable and making them understand they have to be held accountable. Watching quickly how shit changes. Quickly.
Yeah.
My opinion.
I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there like, and again, I have to be careful with what I do and how I do it, because that could all come back on me. You know, it's like,
oh yeah, Jenny, I'd kick your butt too if you talk like that in public.
Yeah.
Go, Jenny, go.
Hey, you're over 21. You ain't getting whooped anymore. You're gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah.
No. She needs to be careful. I've been watching Vikings lately.
I love that series.
That's a good show. I'm like hooked.
See, Candace agrees with me. I actually made a valid point.
Oh my God.
I loved Vikings.
Holy shit, that's 2 weeks in a row. Oh,
right?
I think it made like 3 or 4 seasons before I got behind, and now I can't find it. If you want to see the seasons that I missed in between, I have to buy them.
They're all on Hulu.
No, they're not. Not all 8 seasons. All 7.
Are you serious?
7. Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my God! If I get to a point where I can't,
I love that. I love that drawn out S lispy S in there. Are you serious?
Suck a dick. Did you hear the S in that one?
Can I hold you accountable for that?
Absolutely. You can even hold it
with your vulgar tones.
Oh my God.
That'll be a very bad day in my household if I get to a certain point and then I have to.
Well, Don, I kind of agree with what you're saying there. That's always been a problem, but it also comes down to the emotional state as that can all come into play. I kind of agree with that on some situations, but a lot of the time when it's a bunch of young men like that, they're young, they're testosterone strong and brain dead. And they're trying to show up for their buddies that they're big adults now, and it's more machismo and ego with them. Because if I guarantee if one of their parents were there, they wouldn't do half the stuff that they were doing. So, mommy, I'm not even mommy and daddy's thumb. I'm a big boy now, and look at me pull up my pants like a big boy, and I can order my own food and cut it with my own knife. And it's more of an ego thing. It's more trying to look like we're the big tough guys now.
Yeah,
it's not anything more than that 90% of the time with young men. I hate to say it, but it's the truth in my opinion. It's what I've experienced.
Yeah, there wasn't any. I mean, it wasn't like having he wasn't having problems. He was just being an asshat.
Yeah, just showing off.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the part of the problem, Candace. How do you learn if you can't be held accountable? That's just it. The society's got to where they don't want to hold anybody accountable. They always want to blame people. Nobody wants to look. Most people don't want to look internally at themselves because they don't like what's looking at them. So that's why they point out, like, oh, well, I may have an ugly beard, but Joe still smokes. Look at Joe. Joe's smoking.
Hell
Joe,
yeah.
Look at Joe. Joe's just antisocial. That's so antisocial behavior. Joe. You know what I mean?
Because that's my right. No.
But yeah, and you're right. But it's my lungs too. Secondhand smoke.
That just means you're too fucking close to me.
That's right. 6 feet. Damn it, 6 feet.
But yeah, I know.
I agree with Don. I agree with that too. They're just young, going off of ego, and the problem with this, you can't check that. Like Jason was trying to say, you got to watch how you check that ego. Back when we were younger, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, actually 30 years ago, 40 years ago, somebody just knocked the shit out of us. We got an ass whipping. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Somebody called us out, and we either manned up and stepped up and took an ass whipping, or we'd have cowered down and they'd realize how low of a little punk ass we were, and they'd have ignored us and laughed at us, and we'd been humiliated and left.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I was at that stage myself, so I get it.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But it's how society differentiates and how we handle it now and how we handled it when you guys were kids. And then, Joe, I've got you by 15 more years, so it was different then too.
You ain't that much older than me.
Oh, you told me the other day you was only 25.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Damn it, I'm trying to make myself younger. Shut up. Bitch.
But, yeah, well, see, my dad just beat it out of me, so.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, like when we were kids, you didn't know who all your mom knew. So, like, you'd, like, be out all day playing. And, I was young and we talked like that, because we thought we were cool. But then when you get home, and you're like, hey, were you over at so-and-so place today? Yeah, why? Oh. Anything you need to tell me? No. Oh.
Yeah.
Did anyone talk to you about anything? No. Knowing damn well, like, shit.
Right.
So, yeah. I got caught doing a lot of dumb shit like that.
Oh. Now, see, I had a weird on that aspect. I mean, when we were out, because I was out a lot with my dad and my uncles and stuff, we was always hunting or fishing out on the farm. And my dad was old school. You had this way that you were with the guys, and then there's this way when you was with mixed company, which means children and females.
Yeah.
And if you said anything that you would say with the guys around mixed company, that was an ass whip. You didn't do that. But I could get away with 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, cussing and stuff like that when I was out with my dad and my uncles, like hunting and stuff. And hell, I remember I thought I was the toughest kid in the neighborhood because I go out hunting with my dad and my uncles all morning long. And then we stop by the local bar. I get set at the bar and order a burger and fries and a Coke and sit there with the men and sit at the bar. And I thought I was
listen to all the adult type of jokes and conversation. Yep.
Get back in the neighborhood. I'm like, yeah, I've been out hunting all day with the men. Been drinking at the bar. Been drinking pop, but I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a whole ego thing. But if I started mouthing off about that and bragging about it, and the old man heard me, it was a butt whipping, man. Because that's not what you talk about. You don't bring it back. That's not the way you do that. They wanted to know what was going on with us. They'd have been with us. They weren't with us, so keep your mouth shut. Gosh, they're typing away in here tonight. Yeah, I did too. Everybody knew everybody's business and stuff. That's why we moved out when Hunter was little. Well, that and we was related to about, I don't know, 3/4 of the town. So Hunter's having a hell of a time finding somebody to date that wasn't going to be an inbreeder. Oh,
whoa.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My mom didn't mess around either. I never had one of those moms like, wait till your father gets home. She just whipped my ass. I got it
from mom, and then when dad got home, I got it from dad. So
I was gonna say, I had to get it from mom because like my dad was always out to sea on cruises with the Navy, so I wouldn't see my dad for like 6 months, 8 months, but oh my God, it's almost like they kept a tally because when my dad came back,
time for the whippings, boy.
Oh my God. I would. And like, it was kind of when I was young, we were living in Japan and on the Navy base there. What?
I was young, living in Japan.
Well, yeah, I lived in Japan, but
I'm jealous. Okay,
I was always in trouble. Always.
Well, I wonder why.
You never knew when we were just too young to really keep tabs on like when the ships were coming back and stuff like that. So I'd be out riding my bike, playing with my friends, cussing, stealing cigarettes, doing dumb shit. And then like right by our apartment, you could see which was Tokyo Bay, where the ships would have to come in. They come right past there. And like, I'd look and I'd be like, oh shit, I see a ship, and they're pretty close to land when they come through there. And we'd be like, all right, what number is that ship? And they'd tell me a number. I'd be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go home. My dad's coming home. And we always went out to dinner. Like we would go and meet my dad at the ship. We'd go out to dinner and we'd be sitting there and my dad would be like, so your mom said you kind of got in some trouble while I was gone. That was it. I was like, oh, yep, I know what's coming when we get home. So I'd like eat real slow, try to order dessert, like I was trying to stall. And then it would be late and be like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. And then my dad would get up and follow me. I'd be like, yeah.
Yes, you are going to bed, son. But first, warm up your backside a little bit.
That's
right?
I get that.
Without pain.
And we were talking about that earlier. So I'm like, oh, you didn't get whipped much as a kid. I'm like, man, I got whipped a lot. But I guarantee I deserve about 10 for every one I got because I know all the shit I did get caught doing.
Yeah.
Oh well, we had fun though. But it's just a different time. It really is. And I see what Jason's point. I'd have been steaming, and I agree. 10, 15, 20 years ago, I'd have said something. Nowadays, I'm like, what a little assholes, and just sit there and mind my own business. I shouldn't. I'm allowing it to go. I'm not. I'm talking about what part of the problem is, and that doing that, I'm being part of the problem.
I would have probably said something, or at least made a comment just as loud.
Or there's a polite way to do it. Try to get their attention and say, hey, look, do you mind? And there's another way to do it. There's several approaches to it. But I probably wouldn't have said anything. I should probably, like Jason, I'd probably like, oh, man, I should have.
See, what I'm afraid is one of them pushing the buttons. You know what I mean? Because they're old enough.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to. If I knew, I could have just turned around and said, I mean, seriously, guys, this is a family restaurant. You don't need to be talking like that. And it would have ended. I would have. But I know that the way they were talking would have been, what the fuck do you know? Who the fuck are you? That kind of shit. And that's when I turned from, hey man, can you stop, to, oh shit, here we go.
But see,
and I'm just, I know that that's where it would go. And so I would
tend to run the smart ass routine for a while. Like, oh, look, he's using his big boy voice and pulling up his bloomers for the first time. He's toughing up, because 99.9% of people aren't going to do anything. You know that, and I know that.
Yeah.
No, they're not. But my thing is, I would want to try to stop it so that everybody can have a nice breakfast. And I think with me saying something, it would have just prolonged the ridiculousness of these kids. So that's why, like I said, a couple of the older couples that were in there said something, and like I said, he, well, I'm sorry for ruining your breakfast, and blah blah. By all means, carry on, because it's a free country, but
see,
you're taking that free country thing to a whole nother. This is a family restaurant. Nobody wants to hear that.
That's what I'm saying. Since he started mouthing off, I'd have been right up there mouthing off with him. Then like, Is it our first time to feel our freedom oats? Did you reach down between your legs and feel them testicles drop finally? That's such a big boy of you. I'd have humiliated the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done nothing. I would have just sat there nice and calm.
Liar.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, because I'd have been like, dude, here, you know what?
In Kansas, I do that a lot.
Let's go outside and go over your rights.
We were over Teresa's dad and stepmom's house the other weekend in Hunter. when I went to, and Hunter slipped up the F-bomb about 2 or 3 times. I'm like, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. He's like, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like, you may be 21, but you're going to hurt your papa's feelings. And, oh, man, don't put it like that. But that's what you're going to do. You're going to hurt your papa's feelings. He's not going to expect to hear that out of you. He's going to be upset that you're even talking like that, especially in front of his wife. I'm sorry. So he can still get him with the whole integrity thing.
Well, and see, I knew when I got to the doctor, going to the doctor's office, there was just idiot after idiot on the road. So I had to at least find my inner breath as I was going to the doctor's. Then when I pulled into the doctor's office, there was a car that was just on the line. So another car pulled in, but basically, like almost tail blocked the other car that was in the thing correctly, but and there was like 30 other spots open, but this car did it just to be an ass because the car next to it had parked on the line. So, and they got out of the car and they're like, oh, screw it, and again, younger kids. And I'm thinking, okay, it's 8:00. I've already had a bunch of a-holes on the road. Now I get to the doctor's office, and this is what I see when I get there. I should have known just to go home, but I'm like, well, I want to get an omelet and sit and just take in what happened. And then these kids start running their mouth, and I'm thinking, I gotta go home. And so I just went home. Tanya was like, hey, are you coming to see me at work? No, I'm not. I'm going home.
After, I know how physical exams can go with people at your age. It might involve that.
Let's just say that I wasn't in the mood to deal with all that. And I, honest to God, Tanya was like, oh, you coming to see me? I'm like, no, I got to go home.
Physical exams take a whole new difference after 45.
I have been pushed to the edge of the cliff. And I'm about to fall the fuck off.
Did you do what I said?
No dinner, no dates, no movies, just...
No, I just went and sat by myself in a booth with my coffee.
You didn't do what I said you should do?
No, I didn't. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That would have been funny.
Now, see, you're complaining about driving. That's my incident today. People on the road. Because, let's be honest, people are stupid. I don't know, because I'm one of them.
That horse and buggy pull out in front of you again, Jay, out there?
No, but we're on a two-lane road, 4-way stop. Oh, actually, it's a stoplight. Look at this. Let's do this. There you go. There's the stoplight. Oh, people going this way and that way. Okay.
It looks like a German. It looks like a German flag.
It did.
No. I'm trying to go, but I'm trying to turn left. I'm the very first car, and the first car across from me. The light turns green. I've got my left turn signal on. They get their left turn signal on. There's no turn lanes. There's nothing like that. So normally you both go, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't go. Freaking assholes go out and around us and start blocking us off so they can go straight across and causing accidents and shit. So they're getting pissed that we're trying to make left-hand turns where there's no turn lane. But yet they're causing us to stop and not get out of the way because people are going out and around us and almost hitting the cars that's at the other way on the stop. I'm like, there's no turn lanes, you son of a bitch. If you just wait. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Are you in that big of a hurry?
Yeah, it's a hard turn for that horse and buggy. And the horses get spooked with the cars. It's a whole thing out there.
I have to tell you,
damn plague of locusts.
I hate to tell you this, man. My family couldn't afford a horse. We had to use a donkey.
Well,
jackass.
Come on in, donkey. Hey, Shrek.
It is, man. And then when a few days ago, remember, I was talking about that one time before. I went to make a right-hand turn. Here it is, 4-way intersection like that. And people going out and passing you in the intersection because they can't slow down for you to make your turn. I'm like, what the where's the cop when I want one? They're always around when I don't. Where are they at when I want one? If I used to do that shit, I get caught. Sure as the world. Never fails. That's why I don't do that shit. Because I always get caught.
Right.
Oh, God. Absolutely just pissed me off today with that crap. I was ready to go ahead and turn and take the accident. I get to that point over something that stupid.
Well, I mean, it was probably just in the air because there's a lot of things going on today.
Really?
So
is it a holiday?
I don't know if it's a holiday or not. For some,
it may be someday.
For some it is, and for some it isn't. And I know this has been big on the Facebook here lately. And I was actually going to go live a little earlier, but I was still in the corner sucking my thumb, so I didn't.
What?
And I just, and I don't even know if I want to even go into this, but
talk to me, Daddy. Come on, that's what we're here for.
The amount of people that have ended friendships, ended long-term relationships, just knowing each other over who's voting for who has just blown my mind, man. Absolutely blown my mind. I could give a rat's ass who any of you vote for. I could care less. I look at you as a person and how you treat me and how you treat others. And if you're a good, solid person and you're treating everybody with respect and you're doing the right thing, my door is always open and you can come sit at my table, eat my food, and drink whatever you want. I don't give a shit who you vote for. But the amount of people, man, that have, oh, you voted for that? You voted for this? Oh, I fuck you. I delete you. I'm not friends with you anymore. I can't believe that you would even vote for that person. Man, everybody always talks about your rights and your freedoms, and we just got done talking about it. Why am I the one to tell you who you can and can't vote for? Or what makes this person better for your family? Or, I mean, not even the president, Congress, what, Senate, whatever in the hell you want to talk about, the sheriff, the judge, the whatever. Mama, do you got my vote? That's for sure. But I just don't get it, man. I don't understand why people are willing to throw away friendships. I mean, and then you got to look at it. Was it even a friendship? If it's so easy to throw away because of who you voted for, was it really a friendship? I mean, were we really? I mean, did I matter to you? Did you matter to me?
We've discussed that before. You and I have.
You
agree on 9,999 things, and you're great. But I disagree with you with that one thing, and all of a sudden that 1 million thing, you're like, oh, you hate my guts. We're not friends anymore. Like, so we're going through 999,999. Those don't count, but that one does. Okay. Whatever. I don't get it. I don't want to get it, though. This is another one I agree with you, and I don't want to understand it. I'm going to just let them go. If that's where you want to go. And I never discuss who I voted for. I've never put up which candidate I'm supporting. Never have. Not just this election, any election.
No, and that's one thing. And Joe knows. That's one thing you got to know about Jay. If you come in and say, "Oh, I voted for Trump today," blah blah blah, Jay will say he voted for Biden just to get that shit going, just to kick the dirt a little bit. And just vice versa. It's just vice versa. And you'll never know what he voted for. You'll never know how he feels about it. You'll never know nothing, because he will completely take that opposite way just to do it. I've seen it happen.
I just want to stir the pot a little bit. But 9 times out of 10, believe it or not, I went to see, and I've asked both my friends on both sides, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to say which one I support, which one I don't support. Give me reasons why I should vote for your candidate. And I hate to say this, but the Trump supporters all gave me issues of things that he has supposedly done or hasn't done, and da-da-da-da-da. All the anti-Trump people, and I can't say Democrats or Biden supporters, because the only thing they could tell me is how terrible Trump was. Not once did any of them give me anything about their candidate or about their party or their belief system. It was all about what terrible Trump was. So their whole thing that they gave me wasn't about politics, wasn't about anything. I couldn't tell me about his tax plan, couldn't tell me about what he thinks about gun rights, couldn't tell me anything. All he could tell me about is how if I voted for Trump, I was a fucking racist. And how can you build a platform when only thing you want to talk about in your platform is the other person? That's not an educated platform to me. That's not something that. So I had to go do my own research, and I did, and I made my educated decision on the best information that I had. But I couldn't ask a single person that I know personally who was supporting Biden on what stances and what he's going to do for me and the economy and all this other stuff. All they could tell me is what they hated about Trump. I'm like, so I guess I'll go do my own research. So much for asking you guys for your input, fuckers.
Well, that's
I don't do all that reading.
Well, and that would be a fun topic, and hopefully everybody here in the chat room can chime in. Do you and Teresa, or let's just say couples in general, do you talk to your wives about politics and how you vote, and try to figure out how each of your wives are gonna vote, or is it something that you strictly keep to yourself and you don't talk about it? And
I try to talk with anybody about it because, like you said, I can talk both sides of it. I always try to listen, take both sides of it, and understand. Because I want to be the pros and the cons. I want to hear it all. And if you have somebody that's a diehard Trump fan, all they know is just the positive things that they think about him. Yeah, somebody's a pro Biden fan, all they know is the positive things. There are still negative things. There's still things that's not right. And I want to understand all sides of it. Do I like to talk to Teresa about it? Would love to. Would Teresa talk about it? Fuck no. She could give two shits in a hurricane about it. She really doesn't look a whole lot at it, in my opinion. She probably looks at more than what I know because she won't discuss it. But she usually, when we talk about it later, she's like, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So she doesn't go as in depth as I do. She knows the core things that she's interested in, and if they support her viewpoints in that thing, then that's pretty much who she's going to vote for. Where I get way further into it. I want to understand what's going with the taxation thing. What's this about $400,000 and 62% and blah, blah, blah. I want to break that down. Explain it to me. Well, it won't affect you. You don't make $400,000 a year. Trust me, somewhere along the line it's going to affect me. Whether it be in the first year, the 10th year, or 15 years down the road where we have this differential in income that it's going to have to balance out sooner or later. It may not affect me directly right now, but it's going to affect me somewhere down the road for all these taxes to be coming in or going back out. It always does. Because if the money goes down, they're not going to lose money. They're going to get somewhere else. I guarantee your ass. I don't give a shit whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. Them some bitches ain't going to take money out of their pocket and put it back into ours. Ain't going to happen. They don't care. It's all about them. It really is. So I always want to know the whole side of everything. And that's where I get in a lot of trouble. I ask me questions. People, they think that I'm being argumentative or combative when I'm not. I ask questions because I want to know. And the moment I think I have all the answers that I need, I'll quit asking questions and go, okay, and walk away. I'm done. It's not because I'm trying to badge you. It's because I fully want to understand, make sure I'm not thinking out my ass like I do a lot. Joe, your turn.
Oh, no.
No politics at your house?
Oh, no. Jenny and I discuss it. But it's just not a big thing for me. And that's why I just kind of letting you guys do your thing.
Oh, me and Hunter have more discussion of politics and world events than anybody.
My son and I talk a lot about stuff, but we're also on two different sides.
Right.
So.
And see, and my son and I are on
Tanya!
two different sides. But Tanya and I talk openly about it. We
talk openly with you guys.
But I try to, and that's the one thing that I've always done with all of my kids, and it's kind of fun to do it with Katie now, is, she'll say, well, how do we vote? Well, you don't vote the way I vote. Vote the way you think. And here's what's going on. So now she's getting to that age where she's doing like you, Jay. She's asking a lot of questions. And here's the answers. And I'll give you the answers to the questions. But I want you to formulate your own thing. The same thing with my son and my middle daughter. She went out to vote today, and we talk and everything else. But I will always give you the information that I have on the questions that you have. You form your own opinions. Don't form don't go off of my opinion.
Yeah.
May not be what you want. May not be what you think you need. May not be what you think is going to help you. I don't know.
Now, Joe, your son's around the same age as mine and Jason's middle daughter. Was it their first? I know it's Hunter's his first presidential election to get a vote in. And did they build that up? Were they kind of pumped up about that, or
no?
I couldn't wait.
Actually, my youngest, who is 16 now, he's more into it. He's the one that I talk more about different things with, who were opposite sides. My oldest, he's more on the same wavelength as me, but he's just kind of like, yeah, no, he's not taller, almost.
Sorry, Hunter's taller than I am.
Yeah.
So, but it was Hunter's first election to vote for president. He was all pumped up and excited about that. And I remember I was too. First time I got to vote for a president, I'm like, hell yeah, my voice is finally gonna be heard. Set them free. Oh shit, nobody cares.
Yep. But
and my mom and dad always voted party lines. They were those people. And my mom was a registered Democrat. My dad was a registered Republican, and they voted party lines. So basically, they always canceled each other out. Our household was, until me and my brother started voting, our household was a wash.
And see, I grew up, the majority of my family, my uncles, my cousins, all that, they were all Democratic ticket. That's the way it is. You know, they were all union pipe fitters, plumbers, and that was it.
Mama D.
And that was it. That's, you go and you vote the ticket.
See, my family's been union too, but they were the exact opposite. They hated Democrats. Hated them.
And then I have other parts of the family that are staunch Republicans.
Oh, Cameron's got a legit question. Go ahead.
Do that too. Do you think we will ever get along as a country again?
Eventually.
We didn't. We did get along, but we didn't. We are the world's largest dysfunctional family. Don't get me wrong. But when September 11th happened, for about the first 2 months after that, we got along. We all stood side by side. Even our politicians joined together and sang on the steps of the White House and stuff, or the Senate. And, you know, I think it can happen. We can get along better than what we are right now. But you know what? We do get along better than what they portray us. What I think is people's got to get away from the freaking media. I'm all about defunding the media. They tell you the shit that they want you to know. And it's been proven coming up this election, especially with the social media outlets, they have banned certain things. They banned certain people because it didn't fit their political agenda. People's getting pissed, and they have that right. It is actually a privately owned company. You get your services through them for free. So they have pretty much rights. They're different than no shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. They have that right with their personal business, even though it is a public format. Like it or not, tough shit. But I think there's more good going on in this world than what ever gets credit for and never gets shown, because people only look for the thing on the mass medias. I think if you look a little deeper, start paying attention a little bit more what's going on around you in your community environment, there's a shitload of good things going on. And we do get along a lot better than what they're portraying. Way better.
I think we got a fight coming.
I don't see it big of a fight.
Oh, I don't think it'll be a big fight either, trust me. But I think it'll but I also think that we need it.
Well,
I think our society needs a reboot.
Well, I think my cousin's extremely liberal. And she's like, "You're going to come after your guns." I'm like, "You're going to come after my guns." I'm like, "Yeah, so we're going to come get it." No, I'm going to say, "What are you going to come get with?" She goes, "Well, I'm just going to knock on your door and you're just going to give them to me." I'm like, "Please." You know me.
Why? We already know from last week. No one comes down the end of the street to Jay's
no
house.
Shit. I couldn't get white candy. Bastards.
Nobody's going to the witch's house. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
And I told Teresa, I said, I'm gonna start getting stuff. I'm gonna start decorating for all the holidays. I want to really bring this. What's the point if I fucking comes over anyway? My niece and her boyfriend came over and we played cards and drank beer.
But to actually answer Cameron's question, I do think we will eventually. I think it's going to be.
We have to have a big fall down first before we have to get.
I think it's going to be a rough 6 to 12 months.
I get to the debate with the guy at work today about it. He's like, well, no matter what happens, no matter who wins, there's going to be rice. And I'm like, bullshit. No, there won't be. Like, oh, yeah, there'll be. When in the hell have you ever seen a conservative riot or go burn?
I don't think there'll be riots. I think there'll be looting. I think there's a difference.
They're usually mixed together.
Trust me, I'm educated enough to know.
They're usually mixed together.
Yeah, no.
Bodine's scaring people off my lawn. No, man, he has been a little pimp here lately. He's getting booked up again. People's wanting him to come out and do things. And I guess me and Jason's going to have to travel with a little hairy ape.
Put his ass in the back seat.
We get Joe to go along with us. We'll have Bodine and Frodo's.
Maybe.
Oh, you're not allowed again. Did you get your travel privileges taken away again?
I don't know. Our fucking state ain't allowed to go anywhere, man. Everyone's banning us. So.
I'm not.
Well, I know you're not.
I give a shit about all that. And I'm sorry. I told Teresa earlier, I said, I've been so quiet for so long about this whole stuff, all this kind of stuff. And I just don't think I can contain it anymore. I really don't. I don't give a shit who you voted for. Don't be riding and tearing up shit. If you do, you're an asshole. You need to have your ass slapped and going to jail. I don't give a shit what side you're on. Piss on you. You start tearing up other people's shit. Go to jail. Have a nice day. Don't care.
Yep.
Coronavirus, it is a very serious thing. It is a very serious virus. It is killing people. Protect the sick. Protect the weak. Protect the unhealthy.
So is syphilis, but that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, let me go do my shit. They had a week just a couple weeks ago. I had 200 some people die of coronavirus. They had 600 some people die of influenza. Not a damn word was said about the 600 died of influenza. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
It's still a virus, still a contagious virus, still very infectious. It still kills people.
Because that's not trending.
Not one damn report was talking about the 600 people that died in 1 week of influenza.
Because that's not trending on Twitter.
So I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I'm not going to get it. I wear my mask if I go out. I play by the little rules, but I still go do every damn thing I want to do, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I am so anti-mask, it's not even funny. But if I go somewhere and they, it require, I do it. Whatever. It is what it is.
Damn. See, right there. Shut down indoor dining in his state again, and Friday will be his last day of work because I'm being let go because of Rona.
What state is this? I'm just curious.
Probably close to where you are.
Probably. We're like the freaking red state right now.
No, you guys voted for Trump?
Cameron's in Illinois.
Yeah.
He's close to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't help put that in there, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I think Chicago was talking about getting ready to do another shutdown also.
Another shootout? Oh, they do that anyway.
Well, they do that every weekend, but
I'm telling you, with the way our stuff's going here in Ohio, we're close.
What, Rona?
Yeah, we're back in our county's back in the red, and they're dumping a whole bunch of us in the red again, and they keep every day the governor gets on there and he talks more about, if you don't start doing this, and we're gonna have to do this, and
yeah. So I think we're gonna get shut down again.
Welcome. I'm not stopping this time. I'm not. I'm going to get in trouble with it. If they make it a law and impose fines, then I'm going to pay a few. But it's not a law. It's not finable.
I'm talking about the shutdown. I'm not about, like when they shut these businesses down, and that's who I feel bad for. I don't feel bad for people sitting at home. They're like, "Ooh, I get a vacation." I feel bad for the people, the families that have a business that, I mean, I've watched around Wisconsin and just in my area. I think Dane County is, oh God, what is it? Second or third in the state with the most cases. And that's the county I work in. And it's coming. I mean, the numbers daily are just nuts.
Look at the shit and how they're shutting it down. That's what makes no fucking sense to me.
What do you mean?
Walmart can stay open and stuff, but if I had to carry out with groceries and stuff that serve a little bit of community, I can't keep mine open.
You know what? I don't understand that either.
Have to. It's not about that. It's not about what's right and wrong. It's not about any of that shit. It's about who they want to and who they don't want to.
Yeah.
It's absolute horseshit how they're handling things. It makes no absolute sense. It's absolutely one minute they shut it down over here for this person, but they say, well, this one can go ahead and stay open. When they're doing the same damn service, well, you know, he does millions of dollars and they only do a few $100s. Their few $100s is supplying food for them to keep shit on their table, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yep.
I mean, I just don't get that. I don't
Companies, I don't know how they get away with it. Obviously, I mean, it's something, you know, with big companies. I know companies right now for a fact that had talked about putting up the little plexiglass things at their counters until they found out how much it was going to cost.
That's been jacked up. And plus, right there you go.
And then it turned into, we're not going to do the little plexiglass things to protect the customers and the employees. So just keep wearing your mask. Wash your hands.
Put up the plexiglass. And the plexiglass only goes about, I don't know, a few feet high, a couple feet high. It's not even 6 foot high. But the Rona can't get over a plexiglass.
Well, because Rona's short and it's too high to climb over.
It's just the stupidity of it all. It's like here in Ohio. You can serve alcohol until 10 o'clock. Last call at 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, all drinks must be off the bar. But you can sit there and eat and continue to order food and wear no mask until 3 or 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. That's okay because Rona only attacks you if you've been drinking.
Well,
The complexity of the stupidity of it. And I get a lot of people said that was the reason why he did that was because colleges were just going to go back in. He knew a bunch of college kids wouldn't wear a mask, wouldn't social distance. So if he shut the bars down, they usually don't start getting to the bars and party until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And maybe that would curtail it that way.
No, instead they party on campus and the numbers skyrocketed.
It's going to. It's a virus.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get it eventually.
Yep. I'm just waiting.
You already had it. You and Jason
I know,
had it. What'd your wife, protein? What was it? What test your wife said you need to go take?
Protein. Whoa. What time's this show over? Oh.
I tried to twist it around a little bit, man.
But that
there we go. There's a good question right there. My Halloween sucked. I don't get Halloween no more.
I had a blast.
I don't get Halloween no more. No kids come to my house. We don't decorate. We don't dress up. We don't go nowhere. We don't do shit.
I went to a Halloween party. I don't give a shit.
Mine was, well, I had a good time this year because my niece and her boyfriend came over. We sat here and we ate. We cooked food. We played cards. We played a game called New Phone Who Dis, which is a spin-off version of Cards Against Humanity. And it was kind of cheesy. The answers were nowhere near bad. At least not by my standard.
Yeah, no, we decorated the front yard and had a ton of kids. Tanya and I kind of laughed. We went to the next door neighbors and had a couple of drinks there after that was all over. But we kind of laughed about it because there was a shitload of people, tons of kids, and nobody cared. It was like it was almost like none of this had ever existed, and it was back to the way normal. That it was. Yeah, just for those couple hours, see the kids running around and all dressed up and having a great time, and until they saw me in my Viking shit, all the kids are like, "Oh, go up there."
Find that,
but yeah, it was almost like none of it ever happened. And just for those couple of hours, man, it was back to normal. And I loved it, man. We had a great time. We had tons of kids.
See, I had a great time the weekend before when we got to go to Camp Mayaconda and Bodine went, and I had a blast there. That was a great time. That's my two good Halloweens the last 2 years going to Camp Mayaconda.
Yeah.
Mayaconda, Anaconda, whatever.
Oh, Anaconda.
Oh!
Want none.
What? See if I can find that picture. Jason. There he is. What? Sure by your Viking outfit.
Oh. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
Oh man, it was just I miss Halloween. Like I said, the other week we was talking about it. I'm pretty much taking it back. It was pretty shitty for me. I've had several people close to me die or get killed on Halloween, so I kind of got away from it for a while. It's associated with bad memories, but yeah, I'm like, quit living in the past, start living in the future, start enjoying your shit again. Quit acting like a little bitch. So I'm trying to get back into it, enjoying the hell out of it.
I finally watched what is it, The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Never saw it.
Watch that movie. You ever see it, Joe?
Yep.
I thought I enjoyed it.
There he is.
There it is. Yeah, most of the kids didn't want to come up to the house.
Well, if you look at me with that cheesy looking grin, I wouldn't want to come up here either.
Had blood dripping off the axe.
Here we go. This is what we need right here. Got a movie recommendation for you guys. Man, he's talking like that. Chicagoans or New Yorkers?
Hey.
Got a recommendation for you guys. Trick. All right.
I knew a Trick once.
Yeah, he still ain't got paid.
Nope.
Now, see, that's what me and Jason's going to ready to start doing. Paranormal Mystery. No, man.
Oh.
I can't get paid for that.
Doing tricks.
Oh, I forgot I ain't got Hulu on my phone anymore. Son of a bitch. I'll look it up, man. Trick it on Hulu. Hell yeah, I'll look it up. Because you got some other movies too. I mean, that's something that we got to get more into, talk about is all the movie things. And me and Jason talking about that. You want to make an announcement that Sunday shows anyway?
What's that?
We'll make an announcement about our Sunday show. What's coming with it?
Well, yeah, we're changing the name.
Yeah.
We're changing the name.
Hell yes.
Don't know what it is yet, but we're changing that some.
We're changing the name and opening up the spectrum of it from more instead of just Paranormal Mysteries. That'll still be our series. It's still in the production process and editing and all that stuff. But the podcast is changing to be more an open format. Am I correct?
Correct.
Damn, I got 2 right tonight. I'm done.
Yeah, we're gonna open it up to not just paranormal stuff. We want to do, authors and you want to have people on talking about like serial killers and filmmakers and just that whole opening up the genre a little more than just being caught in just the paranormal stuff.
We might even have a few urban explorers that make a mockery of things too.
Do we know one?
We know one real well. We probably know more than one.
Yeah, but just broaden it out a little bit. Get things going a little bit more there. We'll have to have Cameron on one night as well. And
hell yeah!
Some of the films that he's done and he's acted in, and
I've got to open that side of me up more because I've been so out of touch with movies for so long now. I have a hard time finding movies that I really enjoy. I do. I'm like, oh, that was good. But how many times you hear me go like, oh, dude, you got to check out this movie? I don't know. I've gotten so away from it. And maybe it's my expectations. Maybe it's my attention span. I'm not paying enough attention. I think the most ones I ever enjoyed was the psycho thriller where whodunits or not that, but the psycho, where they Robin Williams when he played the bad guy. And that was it, 8 millimeter?
You talking more like mind trick movies, those kind of things, or
suspense thrillers and things like that? I enjoy those. I like it when you can't predict what's coming up. When they really twist your head and stuff, and it's I don't know. I used to love comedies, but to me, the comedies lately anymore aren't what they used to be.
I can't do comedies.
I used to love comedy
because they can't. They can't. They'll never make it. You can't make Slapshot now. You can't make Animal House now. You can't make Blazing Saddles now. You can't make those movies now. You cannot.
No, you can't make Blazing Saddles stuff now because people are too fucking sensitive. I get that.
I still haven't seen that.
1 Hour Photo is a fantastic film.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And it was such a twisted role for Robin Williams to play. It was way out of his normal character and stuff. And he's one of my favorite actors. I absolutely love the way he did his acting and stuff. Fuck, I just got a leg cramp. Oh, son of a...
Are you, Joe, which movie are you talking about?
Huh?
You talking about Blazing Saddles or 1 Hour
Yeah.
Photo?
Blazing Saddles.
God. Blazing Saddles is one of my favorites. But
see, and that's like, I don't like comedies.
I hate you.
Like, I just don't. I mean, you know, if Jenny wants to watch something, I'll watch it. Usually I'm on my phone. But
I think the closest you get to any comedies that I enjoy more are the action adventure comedies, like what Kevin Hart and The Rock are doing together, things like that. I mean, but regular comedies, it's just they're not there anymore. They saw it all in their stand up and stuff, and then they try to make it. Well, they try to sell their stand up into a movie form, and they come out being Will Ferrell.
Or was it Larry the Cable Guy? Or
yeah. That was nothing but one big skit after skit after skit after skit punchline.
Yep.
Try to act out a punchline, and it just doesn't sell like that.
Will Ferrell is funny. His movies.
People who think that are funny.
He's funny looking.
He make it a bank. He make it bank.
Hey. If you have one talent in the world and it'll get you paid, go for it.
But see, I think he's getting stereotyped. I truly believe that he has more dimension to him and more acting ability than what he's doing right now.
Oh, most people do.
But he plays that same, just change the name of the character, and it's that same moronic guy over and over. Oh, kind of like Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey. The same character over and over and over.
Yeah.
Last week it was Santa Claus. This week it's all the comedians.
The Grinch. Yeah.
Jeez, Pete.
Man, if you ain't here to cry about something, we wouldn't have you here. Sorry, I'm picking on your little childhood fucking heroes.
Damn.
Pout and why? Santa Claus. Don't even bring up that fat, judgmental bastard.
No boy.
Oh, God.
And we're out.
Always picking on people, trying to tell them they got to do this. And who is he to say whether I'm naughty or nice? She didn't think I was so naughty.
She didn't think you were nice either.
Right.
She didn't think anything about me anymore after all these years. Just thinks that I go to work. She's in trouble, though. I'm only working until Thursday. Then I'm off for 10 days. And she's not back to work yet, so she's got 10 days she got put with my dumb ass.
She told you that's what
every
happen. That's why.
Day. And I'm going to make her enjoy every last second of it.
No.
I get some ideas. Get my cameras charged up. I even charged up the
You know what that means, Joe? Another trip to the ER.
You broke your what?
I've actually got the weekend off. So
Friday on off, man, for 10 days.
Yeah, I got to work.
My naughty is nice. See, Mama D knows me well. My naughty is nice-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Cameron, do it, bud. Start another podcast. my thing about it is do it. Depending on what style you're wanting to do. If you're going to do like we're doing here, thank God for Mama D introduced us to StreamYard. It works great. I have absolutely no problem with it. If you want to do a live thing like that, if you want to do a pre-record where you can edit and all those fun things, I say use Anchor. They will help you get monetized and everything else. But you can pre-record it. You can have guests on. You can edit with music and intros and all that stuff and make it sound really good and professional. And when we were still doing it, they had us on 8 different platforms at once.
Yeah.
So when we were still messing with Anchor, we was on.
Did you get monetized?
No, I never did click that button for that shit. I didn't know how to handle it, where we wanted to send it to, what account, and all that shit. So I was like, oh fuck it, we'll worry about that later. And now we're not even. I'm not downloading them and rebroadcasting all the things. So a lot of things we're doing right now would not translate over to just audio.
Oh, it's just audio.
Yeah, with Anchor's just audio.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that we're doing right now, especially with the eating challenge, that doesn't translate with audio.
Yeah.
You have to have the effect of me spitting clam juice.
I remember the just audio days. That's so like 10 years ago.
But I tell you what, the just audio is growing, but you have to have the RSS feeds and things like that. Networks like we used to work with, in fact, Paramania folded up, Parasearch folded up. I think Z Talk's only got like 1 or 2 shows on it right now. A lot of those things like that because they don't have RSS feeds where they can get picked up. And a lot of people are doing the pre-records. They don't want to listen to the live. They're the one you hit to do the pre-records. They can bring them up their own time. Plus, you get your intro music and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. They can put in commercial breaks and stuff like that. So, but they're coming along. But you have to get on something big like Anchor, iHeart, iTunes.
Yeah.
If you're just the smaller networks they're dying by the waysides.
Podcasts aren't easy to I mean, you've got to have like because like I remember like when we were on Z Talk, we always had to compete with award shows and you know what I mean. So like,
yeah,
not a lot of people were tuning in, and even with like video now on your podcast, I mean, you've got to have like outlandish like the shit content, or people are going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to watch the Oscars and.
But they always have the ability to go back and watch it later, which before they had to catch it live, or they had to go through 14 different steps to be able to go find it, to download it, and all this other stuff. Nobody wanted to download it. You just couldn't go back to the archives and just listen. You had to download it, and then you had to delete off your computer. Blah 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 blah. Nobody wanted to fool with that stuff.
Yep.
This is all now digitized, so now they don't have to go through all that. So it depends on how style you're wanting to go. My recommendation is if you want to go with a live broadcast, if you do not know how to use OBS or something like that, which is free, which there is free version of StreamYard also, but to use StreamYard is a much better way to go because you get this nice background and all that stuff. Audacity, Anchor works really well if you're just going to go with audio. It's got a lot of formats to it. It can put you in a lot of different places. If you're going to go this way, though, this is all about you promoting it like we do. We're self-promoting. We're self-everything. So without you guys helping us, without your guys' love and support and stuff, we wouldn't be anywhere we are right now. It'd just be the three of us in here shooting a shit again. But granted, we're going to do it because we enjoy the shit of it, and we enjoy when you guys get back with us. Like, hey, man, sorry I missed you live, but I listened to the other day, and you guys are dumbasses. You just made our day.
Yeah.
You called us a dumbass. We love you.
Oh, yeah. But you still listened.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of tossing between using this or just going OBS. I don't know what I want to do yet.
But this is OBS. This is just OBS for people like me that don't understand how to use OBS.
Well, yeah.
Except I don't think OBS you can't broadcast on multiple platforms, can you?
I'm not sure because I only use it for Twitch. So
like right now we're on 6 different networks.
Yeah.
6 different things at one time. So we're able to multicast on here, which I don't think with OBS you can. You don't broadcast on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually just use OPP.
Are you down with OPP? The original Paranormal Paparazzis? Where's Jeffrey Morgan when you need him?
That's right.
What? You gave me a chance to give a cheap plug. I'm taking it.
Dude,
I dare you. So, but anyway, just my recommendation, Ms. Cameron. You can take that information and tell me that I'm full of shit and ignore everything I just said.
There it is.
What we got to do is do some filming. We need to film.
The last beer you will see me drink this year.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna.
He didn't say nothing about whiskey though.
No.
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. And this is water. Flavored water.
But yeah, we gotta get the other do some filming.
Hell
Yeah, you guys do.
No, we do. We get 10 days off.
You You're
I'm
talking
gonna head
about
up to Jason's. I'm gonna head up to Jason's for a few days and head over your way for a few days. And I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I got the weekend off. Don't tempt me to head out to Ohio.
I double dog dare you.
Fucking let me call Tommy.
You ain't got a hair in your ass.
That's because he shaved.
Oh, I make Jenny shave that shit for me.
Yeah. Jenny made Tommy do it. She wait for you to get drunk and let Tommy do it.
He's retired. He ain't got shit to do.
You ain't got a hair in your ass.
Yeah, see, Tommy's retired.
Chicken shit. Muck, muck.
You guys got something?
I've got 10 days off. I got shit.
Well,
Jason got to work a couple days in there.
He's got 10 days and I got to work. So
You got at least one day off that we can throw you around an evening.
I got a Sunday. Sunday.
Look at Joe. Oh, shit. Chicken. Me encouraging you isn't being a thing. I know.
Trust me, I've got jack shit planned.
I don't either. We have absolutely nothing planned. But I'm charged.
If I don't leave the state, I'm finding something to film this weekend.
I actually looked on and found out where the oldest cemetery in Ohio is, and it's about 3.5, 4 hour drive from me.
Yeah,
Steubenville, Ohio, first settlement, oldest cemetery.
I know where that's at.
I didn't. I do now because I saw it on maps.
Steubenville?
I might go check it out. I don't know. I get 10 days.
There's a place a couple hours from me that used to be an asylum, which is now torn down. Supposedly it was haunted, but now they've made it into like a park, like a state park. And someone was just telling me about it a couple weekends ago that you can still find things out in the woods there that belonged in the hospital, like, parts of the beds and stuff, wheels. And so I might go check that out. I guess there's some graves out there also.
Now we're supposed to go down to Kentucky and see our family for like a day or so, but other than that, we don't really have anything planned at all.
You said Steubenville?
Yeah, Steubenville or something like that.
Shit,
It's called Union something cemetery. I just looked up on maps. Steubenville.
There's Steubenville. It's right there on the
Past Columbus.
Steubenville is over by
Union
the line.
Cemetery, Sunset Boulevard, and Steubenville.
Yeah, Steubenville's over by the line.
And you have to work Saturday, Jason?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's got to do adult team.
Damn.
Yeah. It's way past Columbus, bro. Steubenville?
Yeah. It's 3 hours and 56 minutes from the house.
Yeah, it's
up towards Jason or down?
It's straight across. It's over
okay.
Yeah,
it's over by Pennsylvania line.
Oh shit.
Real close to it. But I might take a fucking road trip one of the days and just go over there and check it out. I ain't got nothing else to do, man. Like I said, we're talking about going down to Kentucky for a little while, for a day or so, and visit with family. I don't want to stay down there all the time because they don't want to do that down there anymore, man. Everybody's pretty much getting rid of their quads and ATVs and side by sides and all that shit. So pretty much all they want to do is sit on the fucking porch and talk. And I want to sit on the porch and talk. I want to go do some shit.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Run 70 across through Zanesville and Cambridge. Hit Salt Fork State Park. Look for Bodine's cousins.
Cool ass place. Was there one time.
Keep driving and hit Steubenville.
Yep. Might take an overnighter for that one since it's 4 hours away. But
yeah, it's 3 hours and 28 minutes for me.
Yeah, it's right at 4 hours for us.
It's probably like 8.5 hours for me.
I was gonna say it's
9 hours.
Where you want to meet in Indiana or Illinois then, sissy?
Oh shit.
Mama's boy.
You wanna come up to like Milwaukee?
I don't give a fuck. I ain't never been there.
You ain't missing much. But
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee?
Don't they got a bunch of breweries there?
Yeah.
They still got them?
I believe so.
What's going on, John? You believe so?
I believe so. I think they have the Pabst Brewery, which I don't drink that horse piss, but
PBR. Jason's like, don't be cracking on PBR now.
That's right. That's America.
I've tried.
That's America.
That's American piss.
That's inbreeding.
Still America. The way you look at it, still America.
No, man. Embry started over before he came over here. Silence.
Silence.
Well, I guess with that said, I guess we'll wrap up tonight. Because, everybody's so tied up with this presidential election. And we were going to have our own election. We really were. I didn't get, I don't know. I knew Jason would just win again. So he's going
to. You'd have won.
Yeah.
That's why Joe and I are riding your coattails. Had it been would have been a popularity contest.
Wow. I like the way you guys ride my tails.
Well, we know.
It's easier to hold on to these days because it's broke.
That's because I'm married with children, man. I can't keep that thing.
Heck yeah. Let's wrap it up. Just know whoever you voted for, I still love you as long as you're a great person.
Hell yeah.
I still love you.
Doesn't matter who you voted for. Just keep being you and keep being good to one another. Because if we want to have a nice country, be a nice fucking country. It isn't about
waiting. You've been waiting all night to say that.
What?
Your last little tagline right there. If you want a nice country, be a nice country.
Hell yes. All you got to do is be nice. Joe, where can they find you at besides here every freaking week?
Here every freaking week. Oh, you hop on over to YouTube, Skeptical Edge TV.
Find him out anywhere filming too, if he's allowed.
If I'm allowed.
Oh, yeah. I hope you guys get to do it.
And even if I'm not allowed.
Jason, where can we find you besides here every week?
Here every week and there every week, brother.
Here, there, and everywhere.
Here, there, and everywhere.
Soon, well, Sunday night show soon with a new name and a whole new direction.
That's right.
Oh,
still
God.
Still some of the paranormal, still some of the cryptid UFO, but we're gonna branch a little bit and do some authors, filmmakers,
musicians, whatever.
Yeah. If you got something you want to talk about, let's do it.
No politicians.
It's election night and you're not taking any questions. Don't blame me. John, if you got a question, brother, fire it up. We'll stick on here for another 2 or 3 minutes if you.
Hell yeah! Since you just got here, what question you got? Bring it, John. I dare you. Ooh, that was like a challenge, didn't it?
It did.
Because trust me, if I don't know an answer, I'll make one up.
Right.
Why is Joe's headset green? I don't know, because he likes green.
What?
What?
Because I like green.
Exactly. That's what I just said. I'd have green ones too if I wanted a cheap ass.
And my mouse.
That's what you kids call it these days.
Yep. What did you call it on the ark?
Chisel and a slate. That's what he called it. All right. John's not asking. We're out of here.
We're gone. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night. Like Jason said, surround yourself with good people. Good things will happen. Y'all have a good one.
Later.
See you.